Okay. All right. Hey, everybody, and thank you for jumping on our team call tonight. We are going to be talking about daily activities and what should you be doing to move your business forward. Okay, so before we begin, I just want to tell you guys, for those of you guys considering going to Summit, make sure that you, if you're a newer coach, I think Sherilyn pointed out that you get $100 off your ticket. That I just realized that today, so that's like kind of cool. So make sure if you don't have your ticket yet and you're a newer coach that you go ahead and use that discount. And as you bring new coaches on this month and even in June, talk to them about Summit and get them there, because this business, it's event driven. And for any of you guys who have been to a Super Saturday or a Fit Club or a team meeting or Summit, you guys will know that when you leave events and you're able to be surrounded by just so many amazing people, you leave with a fire in your stomach. You leave with, you're just ready to just get out there and start doing and helping, and you have momentum behind you. And so this business, because majority of it, it's done through social media. It's done through your phone and through Facebook and connecting with people that way. But there's something to be said when you can get around people. Super Saturdays, Fit Clubs, Summit events, it's different and it's special and it's powerful. So I just want you guys to know that and make sure that you get yourselves there and get your team there and just make that happen, because it's going to be an amazing time. All right, so let's get right into the whole purpose of the call, weekly activities or daily activities. And before we begin, I know a lot of you guys know my story, but I want to give you like a 2-minute background. When I first became a coach, I was working full-time as a social worker at the Salvation Army. I was working probably 50 plus hours a week because I was a salaried supervisor. And so we had to always be there beyond 40 hours. So I was working a lot. And I had children, sports, taking care of the household, everything. So I can absolutely understand what it feels like to be a busy person, just busy. I think that every single person on this team, it's fair to say that our plates are pretty full and we are busy people. I think that that's fair to say. And I don't care where you are in life, you just got a lot going on. I want you to know that growing this business is absolutely possible to do while your plate is very full, while you're working full time, while you're a wife, while you have kids, while you're going through things, whatever is going on in your life. Is it easy to do? It's not really hard. It's easier to, at the end of a really long day, to come home and sit in front of the TV. That's easier to do instead of jumping on calls or messaging people. So it's not easy to do. It definitely takes sacrifice to give up on certain things, but it's worth it and it's possible. And so for those of you guys on this call, and especially you guys that are newer coaches, or maybe you've been around for a while and you just haven't really been able to figure this whole thing out. I just want you to know that however full your plate is, you can do this, but you have to be disciplined and you have to really just be focused and treat this as a business, basically. And that's what I did. Working, I think that my breaking point when I was at the Salvation Army, for those of you guys who are familiar with like the red kettles at Christmas time, Salvation Army goes on like a nationwide vacation block. So you cannot call in sick or take vacation days from like October to January 1. And because it's a crazy, crazy time of the year, all the Christmas assistance and everything. And I remember a Christmas that not only was I not able to help my daughter get ready for her Christmas school concert, which was a huge deal because they've got curly hair, and getting their hair done and putting them in their Christmas dress, that's like work that their dad just can't do. So not only did I not be able to get them ready for their Christmas concert, I told them, I'll meet you guys there. I'll meet you guys there. I promise. I will leave work and I'll get right there. And that night I missed their Christmas concert. And I was devastated. And I think that I remember driving there and I just was like, I love social work. I knew that what we were doing was very important for the community, but I was missing out on my kids' lives when they were young. And for me, that's kind of like what the straw that broke the camel's back. And that's when I decided to get laser focused. And I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want my time. I'm done missing out on things. And that's when you kind of get that fire in your belly that so many people talk about, and all excuses gets pushed aside. And you're like, I'm doing this. Kind of like a lot of you guys on this call who've lost like incredible amounts of weight, 30, 40, 50, 70, 100 pounds. Like, I feel like you just get to a point, or you must just get to a point where you're like, enough is enough. I'm making a change. And I don't care how hard it's going to be. I don't care how long it's going to take. I am making this change because I can't deal with how my life is going at this time. The same thing happens with this business. And so when you put all excuses aside and you start treating this as a business and you start giving this a piece of your plate, things change, and you will grow this business of yours. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So let's get into what do you need to do. And again, I'm going to be pulling a lot of different things. I know a lot of you guys have seen The Power of Three. I know that a lot of you guys have watched Sarah Try's video on, okay, whatever your income goal is, this is what you need to be doing. What we're going to do is tie in a lot of those things. And I am telling you what I do. And I'm not kidding you. Like, I bought these big old Post-it like things. And this is literally like what I have been doing. And it kind of ties in everything. So we're going to start off with, the first thing. And the first thing that you need to be doing is personal development. You will not grow this business. You will not become a person that leads a team of hundreds of people. You will not have a business that you lead from home that makes 6 figures without personal development. You just won't. And that is a forever life-changing thing. Every single day, you need to at least get 15 minutes of personal development in. So what does that mean? That might mean listening to the National Wake Up Call on Mondays. It might mean listening to archive calls. It might be reading. If you enjoy reading and you can do that, then you're reading books to become better. It means that when you're driving in your car, instead of listening to for me, like Rihanna or Beyonce or I don't know, Ed Sheeran, I would be listening to podcasts from Entree Leadership and Brendan Burchard and Shalene Johnson, only filling my mind with personal development, Joel Osteen, and just really just diving into personal development. You will get discouraged and fall off if you are not doing personal development every single day, period. It just you have to become better. That's the first thing. So personal development, number 1. So write that down. Okay, number 2. And what we're going to kind of do is address your presence on social media, because you're going to grow a lot of your team, a lot of your challengers. They're going to come from social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever your social media outlet is. Yes, you will grow locally. And I know a lot of you guys have done that, but your best time efficient way to grow your team is going to be using social media. Why? Because everybody has a smartphone. Everybody's on Facebook and Instagram and, and these other outlets. So that's what you're going to use. So let's talk about your presence on social media. The second thing that you need to do, and this is all with regards to social media, is remember that every single thing that you post is adding to your brand. This is true. If you're not aware of what your brand is, then you need to make a list of 10 to 15 things that make up you. What are you passionate about? What makes you different from me? You need to make this list. You need to have this list. And maybe you've already made this list. Then you need to teach your team and your coaches to become aware of it, because it's what makes you different. It's your struggle. It's what makes you unique that's going to draw people to you. Okay? Being just like everyone else, being just like all the other 300,000 Beachbody coaches, that you're just going to get lost in the shuffle. You need to focus on what makes you different, what makes you unique. Kendra is different from me. Arlene's different from Elena. We're all different. So you're going to make your list of things. And then everything that you post on social media, it has to be strategic, and you have to post within those, that list. So here's an example. Posting, 5 times a day pictures of your kids is awesome for your family members, but how is that adding value to anybody? How is that letting anybody, relate to you and get to know you? It doesn't. And believe me, I love to post pictures of my kids. I would post them all the time, but you've got to be strategic in how you're posting. So 3 to 4 posts a day. That's what I want you to shoot for. And so this is step number 2, 3 to 4 posts a day. That's like a daily to-do. So number 1 daily to-do is personal development. Number 2 daily to-do is 3 to 4 posts a day on social media. Side note, create your brand list. Create your 8 to 15 things and be aware of that. But your daily to-dos is personal development and posting on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And being strategic about how you post. Listen, I could name 5 people right now who I've seen today who have been inconsistent on social media, and then all of a sudden they post the challenge packs that are on sale this month. And I'm just like, ugh, it's so salesy. And every new coach that comes on board, they're like, I'm scared of being too salesy. I don't want my friends and family to think I'm too salesy and blah, blah, blah. Good, be afraid of that, because that's not how you want to be portrayed. You don't want to be that way. And so if you're one of those people who are pretty inconsistent, and then all of a sudden a sale comes on 21 Day Fix and you post about the sale, good luck with that, because people aren't joining your challenge groups just because a program's on sale. They're joining their challenge groups because of you. Someone's going to pay $160 to get in my 21 Day Fix challenge group because they know, like, and relate to me. They feel a connection to me, and they're really paying for my time. They're really paying to be a part of what I'm doing. People are going to join your team, not because the coach sign up is free when you get a challenge pack. They're going to join your team because they believe in you. They relate to you. They trust you. That's why people are going to join your team. And how do people get to know you and like you and trust you? Your presence on social media. So go back and look and see how are you presenting yourself. But anyway, so going back to 3 to 4 posts a day consistently. If you go a week without posting, good luck. You're not probably going to be building your team through social media. You're just not. So, okay, so step 1 is personal development. Step 2 is posting on social media 3 to 4 times a day. Step 3 is you need to be adding 3 to 5 new friends on Facebook a day. You need to add new friends to your list. Because here's the thing. If you've got 200 or 300 friends, you can get really good at posting. But if you don't have new eyes always seeing what you're doing and building relationships with, then you're going to run out of people. So you need to add 3 to 5 people a day. How do you do that? Join groups. Look at your list. What are you about? If you're a military spouse, go join a military spouse support group. Or if you love yoga, go join a yoga group on Facebook. Or if you're a mom of toddlers, join a MOPS group and build relationships with people. Be interested in them genuinely. And then as, they comment and you comment or you like their stuff, just send the friend request. It's pretty simple to do. You don't have to overthink it. That's really how I add a lot of my friends. Also, think about who you know. Think about who you went to high school with. What parents are you familiar with at your kid's school? Where do you work? Just adding people. So 3 to 5 people a day, you need to be doing that consistently. You need to be growing your friends base, because that's growing the eyes that are going to be seeing you. Okay, so that's the next thing, 3 to 5 friends a day. So far we have personal development, posting on Facebook, and then adding new friends. Okay, the fourth thing is starting conversations with people. You need to start about 3 to 5 new conversations a day. Do not bring up Beachbody. Do not bring up fitness. Do not, just be interested in them. Be genuinely interested in people. Maybe it's a birthday. Maybe you see, people's birthday lists or names of their birthdays. Send them an inbox and say, hey, happy birthday. I have not seen you in forever. Your kids are beautiful. How are you doing? Be different. Don't just write on someone's Facebook wall. Maybe somebody, you can look in your Facebook newsfeed and you can see people who are hurting. You can see people who probably need to just hear from you, hey, how are you doing today? Or, wow, you are amazingly strong. I noticed that you've been going through some stuff. I just want to tell you, I'm praying for you. Or maybe somebody's looking for, I don't know, a place to, I don't know, maybe they want to get their house painted and they're saying, hey, let me know if you know of anyone who's a reliable painter. Inbox them and just be like, you know what? What are you doing? Are you moving? Tell me what kind of paint job are you having? I love hearing about new projects. Just be creative, but start 3 to 5 new conversations a day, because here's the thing. You're planting seeds with those people. The people that pay attention to me that aren't on my radar, the people that always like my stuff, or the people that will inbox me and say, hey, I just want to let you know I'm thinking about you, and I know you're going through some stuff, and I'm thinking about you. I keep breaking up. Can you guys understand me? Am I breaking up, Kendra? Okay. Elena, I don't know. Maybe it's your connection. But anyways, the people that are paying attention to me, that makes me go to their wall and then see what they're about. Wow, this girl has liked 5 of my posts, or this girl inboxed me because she cares about what I'm going through. I go to her wall and see what's going on with her, and I return the favor. I like pictures of her kids, and I conversate back with her. Just start conversations with people. And you know what? You can be an introvert. You can be someone who's shy. Maybe it's not in your nature to be friendly or whatever. You overcome that. You're going to have to push out of your comfort zone. And that's where the personal development's going to come in. That's, that's where you're going to get your courage from. And that's how you're going to become better. Why not be friendly? I wasn't the friendliest person in high school. I mean, people really probably called me a bitch a lot, because my standing face was like that. And people would just look at me and I'd be like, and it was horrible. People are like, oh my God, why are you so mean? And I'm like, what? I'm not even mad. I'm just sitting here. But I mean, I had to overcome that. And so it's not in my nature to be really outgoing and hug everybody and, just message people just because. I would be nervous. Oh my God, what are they going to think of me? Am I, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. You have to overcome that. If you want to grow this business, you have to become better. And that's where personal development comes in. So 3 to 5 new inboxes a day, right? Just starting conversations with people. And here's the thing. If you're doing a good job of posting on your Facebook wall and not being salesy, and if you're doing a good job of sharing your journey of your weight loss and how Beachbody is changing your life, but all the other things speckled in, a awesome picture of you with your kids, or maybe a cool recipe, or maybe the fact that you found a new prayer that's changing your life, or whatever, but you're allowing people to get to know you, and you're posting within all those things that make up you, but you're also sharing your fitness journey. Those people that you're just randomly inboxing and messaging and genuinely seeing how are you doing, they're going to come to you and they're going to be like, okay, you got to tell me what's this 21-day fix about, because I've seen you've been posting about it. What is this about? And how awesome would that be if you had people coming to you asking you about it? And that's what will happen if you genuinely connect with people and you work your Facebook wall the right way. And that's what your goal is. And again, you're not going to be perfect, but you have to start somewhere in order to begin and to get good at it. So anyways, I'm starting 3 to 5 new conversations a day. Nothing to do with Beachbody. Okay, but then your next to do is going to be inviting. You have to invite. You have to invite. You have to invite to challenges. You have to invite to coaching. And you have to do it like daily. So you need to be sending 3 invites a day as well to your challenge groups. Here's the thing. Once you get this ball of inviting rolling, it's going to be like a little itty bitty snowball, but the more you do it consistently, it's just going to roll, and it's going to become huge. But you have to start, and you have to thicken up your skin, and you have to remember that you are inviting people to use an amazing program that has probably changed your life. You guys were all probably challengers at once, and you've lost weight and you feel amazing. And, it's so much bigger than just weight loss. It's so much bigger than just Shakeology. I mean, yeah, that's the start. But once you start to lose weight and feel better about yourself, what you gain on the inside is so much bigger than just the weight that you drop. You gain confidence. You gain happiness. You gain energy. You become a better person, a better wife, a better mom. You become more patient with your kids or your job. And so that's amazing. And believe that, these programs that you are inviting people to use, Insanity or Insanity Max 21-Day Fix and Shakeology, they're the best. Like, hands down, the best. Like, other companies, they would kill to have the types of programs we do have. And in Shakeology, I mean, it's the best out there. So have confidence and know that, yeah, you might be inviting someone to a 21-Day Fix challenge group, but it's going to change their life if they just commit. You know that it'll be the best $160 they spend if they commit to 21 days. So be confident when you're inviting. But here's the thing. You have to put that invite out there. And so you need to do about 3 invites a day. Okay, so you can be inviting to a shakedown. You can be inviting to an actual challenge, a challenge group with challenge packs, or you can be inviting to coaching. What you want to focus on is get challengers on board. Get them plugged into a challenge group. That's where the natural transition into coaching happens. Very rarely are you going to find somebody just out of the blue who's never done a program, never drank Shakeology, and you say, hey, do you want to be a coach? And all of a sudden they're like, I want to coach. People normally, they need to believe in the product. And so you start with the challenge group. But what you're going to do is you're going to start inviting to these challenge groups. And then you're going to have challengers that you're going to be able to invite into coaching. And it just kind of transitions that way. So understand that if you're inviting 3 people a day to a challenge group, hands down, your goal needs to be Success Club every month. So you need to get 3 to 5 people into a challenge group with a challenge pack every single month. If you're in this business and you want to really grow a team and you want to, make the type of income that's going to change your life, then you need to buy into Success Club, and it needs to become non-negotiable for you. And you will need the whole month. Don't wait till the last 5 days of the month and think you're about to, bust butt to get Success Club. I mean, you can, but why do that to yourself? Like, you have a whole month to invite. So anyways, you're going to invite to these challenge groups. If you get 5 challengers a month into a challenge group, you're going to start building your team, because at least 3 of those girls will probably want to become coaches because they're just going to love the program, the product, the environment, and they'll want to come on board. So at least 3 invites to challenge groups a day. And here's the other thing. You guys have to remember that every invite that you put out there for a challenge group, it's just a seed planted, okay? They might not be ready. The first time you ask someone, think about yourself. The first time you were asked to commit to a challenge pack in a challenge group or join as a coach, you probably didn't say yes the very first time. It probably took a process. Like, the first time someone asked you, and then you thought about it, then you kind of watched, and then that person came back to you again, and then you thought about, and then you finally said, okay, yeah, I'm ready to do it. At least I know that's what happened for me. So you have to understand and see that every invite that you put out there, write their name down so you remember that you invited them, but just know that it's a seed planted. And if people say, no, not right now, respect that and love that. And, obviously try to help them overcome their objection, because a lot of times it's just fear, but write their name down and keep building that relationship, because they will come on board with you eventually. I pretty much guarantee it. But at least 3 invites a day to a challenge group. And then also, once you start getting challengers on board, then those people need to be invited into coaching. And again, you need to believe in this business. You need to believe that this business can change people's lives just like the programs can. Because if you don't, or if you have fear, or if you lack confidence, or if you don't have vision, or if you are not consistent as a coach and a leader, who would want to join your team? And you can ask people all day long, but if you're here 1 minute and gone the next, and you really lack vision and drive, who would want to join you? People want to follow leaders. They want to follow people with vision. They want to be a part of something. I know that's why I joined Angie, because my upline had vision and she had passion and she was going somewhere, and oh my God, I'm jumping on board with you and I'm running with you because I want this. And so, again, if you don't have that vision right now, that's where personal development comes in forever, because you're constantly going to need to be becoming a better leader and improving yourself. But anyway, so 3 new invites a day to the challenge groups. And then the last thing that you're going to be doing is following up. You need to be doing at least 5 follow-ups a day. Because here's the thing, once you start these invites, it's going to be like messages back and forth. Oh yeah, I've heard of 21 Day Fix. Tell me about it. And then you're going to have to follow up with them. And it's, you're not going to grow a 6-figure business if you're only willing to give, 10 minutes a day. You just won't. If you're wanting to, make $500 a week, you're going to have to be setting aside, I don't know who that is, but you're going to have to be setting aside a good probably 45 minutes to an hour a day to do this business. And you can get up 30 minutes earlier if it's important enough for you. Give up TV, give up your lunch break. But following up is the last thing. So I'm going to recap the daily to-dos that you need to be doing. Number 1 is personal development. Number 2 is posting your journey along with other things that make up you at least 3 times a day on social media. Number 3 is you need to be adding at least 3 to 5 new friends a day on Facebook. Number 4 is you need to be starting 3 to 5 new conversations a day. And then number 5 is at least 3 invites a day to a challenge group. And then number 6 is your follow-ups. So I don't care if you put this list on your phone. I don't care if you write it out, if you do it in Excel or Google Docs, or you print out for the week. But create your to-do list so you can literally sit here and check things off. And give yourself a space to fill in the 3 names of the people that you added that day. Create your system. Treat this like a business and not just a hobby. And if you treat it like a business right now, and a business that'll make 6 figures, that's what it's going to become. That's what it'll become. But if you treat this as a hobby, that's what it'll stay. It'll stay a hobby. Okay, and then obviously, work out and drink your Shakeology. You need to do that, because I'll tell you what, when I fall off with coaching, and when I've noticed my coaches fall off with coaching, they've also fallen off with their fitness journey. They, probably are eating like crap, not drinking their Shakeology, and not working out. It's really hard to be genuine and invite people to challenge groups when I'm not working out myself. So that's like a given. That's just our culture. Okay, so that's your to-do list. So please, I'm asking you, create your checklist on however is the best format for you. And then that's what you do. Get up earlier if this is important enough to you, or give up your lunch hour, or give up TV at night. But listen, if you want to pay down debt, if you want to quit your job, if you want freedom of time or vacations, or you want to create a team of amazing people and just do this full time and make money that is just unreal to make just for doing stuff like this, then you've got to set your time aside. And I'm going to end with this. This business is, it's amazing, but it's also can become very, very overwhelming. And especially when everything is like just at the touch of your phone, it's important that you create yourself a schedule and business hours, because here's the thing. You don't want your family to become resentful. I will never give up my lunch break. Sarah, you're going to eat while you work, okay? Goodness. I think that's probably Sarah Jackson. But listen, you don't want your family to become resentful. You don't want to find yourself in the middle of your kids wanting to talk to you and you're returning messages on your phone and you're missing out on things, or your spouse is going to become regretful or angry and resentful because you're always on your phone. I know you're excited, and I felt the same way. But here's the thing, create hours and stick to that. So when your time is to work your business, be so time efficient with your checklist and knowing what you do that you are going to get stuff done. But when it's your time to be with your family, you put your phone down and you disconnect. And that may mean that you might miss out on a challenge pack sale, or you may, people might get upset because you're not responding quick enough. But know your priorities. And I know probably maybe other coaches wouldn't tell you guys this. I don't know. But I just want you guys to know that your priority is your family. That's why you're doing this, to make a better way, a better life for them. And so in the meantime, while you're building this business, it's possible to do without being so connected 100%. That's why you need a schedule. That's why you need business hours. And as you're messaging people and as you're inviting them, you just let those people know, hey, listen, from 3 to 9, I'm with my kids and we're doing homework and dinner, and I really am plugged from Facebook, but I will get back to you at 9:30 once I start jumping on Facebook again and all my kids are in bed. And once you set that standard up, then they will respect that. And when someone would tell me that, I would be like, okay, that's kind of awesome. I should be unplugging too. So just know that that's okay. And you know what? You may lose a sale or something because they might just get too anxious and go somewhere else. But that's priority. Our families are priority. On this team, for me, your marriage, your relationships, your kids, they're first. In this business, you're building to better your life for them. So I just want you guys to know it. And that's why it's important to have a schedule and to have a to-do list. So it's not always weighing on you. And you know that when it's business time and when you sit down for your power hour, you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, real quickly, and then we'll go. Okay, chat. All right, Sarah says, just a heads up, if you're adding a lot of friends, make sure you are going into your sent requests and deleting them. Yeah. Okay, so if you're like adding, listen, do not go into a group and add 20 people in one day, because you might get like blocked or something and put in Facebook jail. I've been there. Sarah's clearly been there. That's why she's telling you this. But if you're doing 3 to 5 people a day and it's people that you've built kind of relationships with already in these groups, then you should be okay. But if you have a lot of pending friend requests, so let's say you've sent out, 10 or 15 over the past couple of days and no one's accepted yet, go into your friend requests and delete those friend requests, because that's what gets you into Facebook jail, when you have too many pending friend requests. Awesome, Sarah. Thank you. Any questions before we end, just about daily activity or anything that we've talked about? I will take you guys off mute. Okay. Anybody have anything? Actually, I'm going to mute you guys because I hear a lot of background noise. Unmute yourself if you have a question. That way everyone doesn't need to get muted.
I do.
Go ahead. Who is it?
It's Erin.
Okay, Erin, go ahead.
So, I know I've got 2 months before baby comes, but my thing is like trying to, when baby comes, everything's going to get changed and shifted. How do I manage work, challenge groups, brand new coaches, and having a life event? Because I mean, even if it's not a baby, there's always going to be something big that could happen or not big.
So I think that's where your to-do lists come into play hugely. I mean, there's always going to be more that you can be doing. There's always more to learn. There's always more people to check in with. Um, and you can't do it all. And so if you know ahead of time, now as you grow a team, yeah, while you nurse, as you grow a team, your to-do list is going to be a little bit longer because you may need to check in with your coaches or whatever. But I would say that give yourself some leeway and use the team. Don't run challenges. When you're 12, from maybe like to the time you have the baby to 12 weeks postpartum, maybe you're only combining with other people and just tapping into the team challenges. Maybe you're not doing any calls with anyone and you're sending everybody to this call. Like, clear your plate as best you can and then just create your to-do list. All the extras you can defer to the team. That's why we're here. You tap into this team and then you just you do the best you can, but you can't do it all, obviously.
Okay, well that's good. That's what I was wondering, because I'm trying to build to diamond right now before baby, so
yeah,
I still am struggling with getting all of a sudden almost 8 new coaches in 4 weeks, and then maintaining and growing them and a baby and challenge group. So
that's going to be, let them build relationships with the team. That's where Sarah steps in. That's where I step in. That's where you get help from people. And
okay.
just kind of like until like you get caught up on sleep and you kind of get more into a routine with 2 kids and all of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Feel free to unmute yourself if anyone has any. Nobody? Megan, did you have a question? No? Okay. All right.
Sorry, real fast. I just wonder, like you said, post 4 times a day on Facebook. About what? I mean, always about like working out or like what you're eating or like.
Yeah.
You said like not really a lot of. I mean, obviously you can still post about your family and what's going on with you, but.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's where, remember when I said make that list of like 8 to 15 things that make up you? So I just realized like your hairstylist, right? Like, is this Jesse Sullivan, Jesse?
Yep.
Okay. So you're a hairstylist. So that's probably like a big part of your world. And, make a list of what makes you unique, what makes you different. And then you're going to post about that type of stuff. And kind of, it's kind of going to be an 80-20 rule. 80% is non-fitness type stuff related. So just looking at, like, tell me a little bit more about you real quick. Like, what else would be on your list of, obviously you're into fitness and you're on your weight loss journey, but what else?
I mean, I have a cat and a dog, a boyfriend, my mom, my grandma, my family, all that stuff.
Okay, so family oriented. So if you're doing something with your family, or something like that, or maybe like, for me, like if I find something like a book or a product or a podcast that I absolutely love, I share that with people. Like, I just discovered the wet brush, and having daughters with curly hair, that was like life-changing for us. And so I shared that, and a lot of people, it just starts engagement. So it's an 80-20 rule, 20% like stuff that would do with your fitness journey or coaching, not salesy, and then, but still your journey. And then 80% other stuff. Maybe it's a motivational quote or something, I don't know. Work with Sarah to get your list together, and then, and then see how you can post like within that. Like, faith is big for me, so I post a lot of things about my faith. And another thing is, a lot of times, like the struggles that we have in our lives, a lot of times we want to keep that private, and that's fine. Like, I get that, but your struggle and how you deal with it and overcome that, that's going to connect with a lot of people, because it's not something that everyone always talks about. So for me, if I see somebody who's going through something that I've been through before, example, if someone ever posts questions about a gallbladder issue, I'm all over that post like it's my job, because I nearly died every time I had a gallbladder attack. It was the most painful thing in my life. I want to talk about that with people. Just going through this divorce and things like that, and just sharing the fact that, not details, like people don't need to know details, but they need to know that I'm choosing to have faith during the storm right now. And so that has allowed me to connect with a lot of people who maybe I otherwise wouldn't have. And was it easy to share that? No. I would have rather not, but I knew that that's part of my journey, and I had to share it to be real.
Yeah. Also, like, I really love food. Like I was telling Sarah, like, I post all these posts on, like, our challenge groups and all that stuff, but I feel like double posting it, like, if I'm posting it on that and I'm posting it on my personal Facebook, it's, like, a lot.
Yep. Yeah, it is a lot. So you've got to think about, and again, like, posting isn't just posting anymore. Like, you need to be strategic in how you post, and it's just part of this. Like, it's part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
awesome. Any other questions? Nothing? All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for jumping on, because I know everyone's across this dang country, and there's a lot going on. Megan, what time? It's like 6-hour difference in Hawaii, like West Coast. I get it. I appreciate you guys showing up. If you guys need anything or you have any other questions, definitely let me know. But listen, you guys can do this, and just commit to treating this like a business. And I promise you, 1 year from now, I have this hashtag with Amy Hohen, 1 year from now, you do this stuff consistently for 1 year, bust your butt for 1 year. And in a year from now, when you're making income that's going to allow you to do things you can't do right now, and you're doing it just by helping others, oh my God, it'll blow your mind, and you will be so happy that you did this and you committed to building this team. So anyways, I want to thank you guys. I appreciate you jumping on, and we will talk next week. Yeah. Hey, is Summit Party Success Club due by today? No, you've got all month. So listen, if anyone going to Summit, you got to hit Success Club 10 in May and in June to go to the Summit Party. So make sure you do that so we can all be there together. All right, guys, have a good night, and we will talk next week. See ya.